The Treehouse is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to reduce the impact and occurrence of child abuse through counseling, educating, supporting, and nurturing children and families in Barrow, Banks, and Jackson counties. Building families, rebuilding lives.
The Treehouse both intervenes when a child has been abused, but also does work to prevent abuse in the first place. And I think a lot of people don't understand that piece of what the Treehouse does, both educating the community about abuse and how to prevent abuse, but then intervening when a child has been abused. When I was a school counselor, I know that if there had not been the Treehouse, that I would not have had a place to call and ask questions, a place to refer families that I thought needed support. It was always really nice to know if a child that I worked with had suffered abuse, that their interview would take place in a child-friendly location, and that everyone would be working together, everyone being law enforcement and the counselors at the Treehouse and DFACS would be working together in the best interest of that child.
It's my fault. No one will believe me. I'm a bad person. He'll kill me if I tell. I don't want my family to break up. I just want the abuse to stop.
The scars you can't see are the ones that hurt children the most. Like an untreated wound, a child left to suffer in silence will never really heal from the loss of innocence, security, and safety that the experience of abuse steals from them. Over 400 children are served by the Treehouse Children's Advocacy Center each year. These children have often experienced the most traumatic thing that will ever happen to them in their lives. They come through our doors to see walls lined with picket fences, stuffed animals, books, and toys, and they are greeted by a warm, comforting staff person. Healing has begun.
One of our main roles in therapy is to talk about the responsibility of what happened to the child. We have a lot of different ways to do that. With play therapy, a child doesn't always know how to verbalize whose fault it was. One of the things I like to do the most is make paper dolls. And with the paper dolls, the child can put stickers on the person who is to blame for the trauma. And you'll find out a lot just by doing that about what the child is thinking. So we have different methods, and hopefully by the end, it will be in their scrapbook. It will be one of the pages. We'll talk about whose fault it was.
We get referrals from DFACS and law enforcement when a child makes an outcry, or if an adult in their life feels like something has happened and they're concerned. So DFACS or law enforcement would call us, and we would schedule the interview, have the child come in, so that they're in a child-friendly environment and they can feel safe in a place where they can open up and talk. The interview is used for prosecution, possibly arrest, or it can also be used to show that abuse didn't happen.
The bravest thing a child suffering from abuse can do is to tell. The best thing that adults can do is to learn how to recognize and prevent child abuse so that more children can be rescued. We want to break the cycle of abuse. We want to prevent generation after generation from facing the same devastating effects when abuse is swept into the darkest corners of family secrets. The more we know about how and why abuse occurs, the more we also learn about how to stop it from happening at all.
I learned about the Treehouse through WIC. I was there and I was talking to Susan about being overwhelmed with my kids and having a lot of anxiety and finding myself yelling at them a lot, and I didn't want to be like that. And so I asked if she knew of anybody that I could contact that could possibly come to the house and help me learn how to be more calm and more productive with the children so that they're not causing me a lot of anxiety.
Parenting home educator goes into the home and we go over different types of parenting techniques with families. Sometimes they'll come here to the tree house, but typically it's in home. Some parents just want extra help with discipline techniques or how to help manage their children's behavior. Some parents have said I probably would be abusing my children by this point. Many parents have told me that they've been neglectful, not realizing how neglectful they were until they participated in the program. There are so many families out there who are just struggling, and anything I can do to help make it better for the children, I'm willing to do. We spend long hours here, many days here, outside of normal work hours, but it's worth it. If I can see a child happy, if I can help parents find different ways to, to discipline their children, it's worth it. It's worth it in the life of a child.
I'm a happier person now that I met the people from the treehouse, and I don't know what I would do without them. Like, really, I don't know what I'd do without the treehouse because I had nobody, and now I feel like I have an extended family.
Parenting is the hardest job in the world. Children don't come with instructions. The Family Services Program of the Treehouse provides one-on-one home-based support and education to parents in need of alternative methods of discipline, coping, and providing for their children. In cases where parents are working on a second chance, the Supervised Visitation Program provides parents working to regain custody a family-friendly atmosphere to visit with their children. We only know about the children and families that come through our doors each day. The Treehouse relies on community support to continue our mission of reducing the impact and the occurrence of child abuse. Everyone has a role to play in creating a safe community and protecting children from harm. Get involved in one of the many opportunities with the Treehouse to make a difference today. If you or someone you know is being abused, there is a way out. Call the Treehouse today.